So part 2, it's the middle of the night here, and I've had, well, having another night where I can't sleep. I have terrible sleep problems, and I figured, because I'm just doing this bit by bit, I've done some details on the sort of duvet or blanket, and then I thought, well, no, I should film it, because I already filmed doing the base colours. So yeah, like I said, it's middle of the night. To show perspective, I have narrower lines further away and wider spacing lines nearer to the forefront. And then here I'm just going to try and get some texture onto the cushions to make them seem fluffy. A pale yellow lemon, so obviously paler than the colours I've used. I'm using the brush tip to just splodge, and because it's a lighter colour, it's going to give that bleached effect, which kind of bleaches out the colours that are darker. It's going to put a bit of green on these leaves. And I'm going to darken up a bit of the sides. A bit of white paint pen highlight here. So I'm going to do some water drops. Notice how any of you notice how I can't talk while I actually colour? I can't, because I concentrate. See, there I go again. I cannot talk while I colour. Is that normal? Are any of you like that? So I'm using this colourless blender pen, alcohol marker, and I am trying to bleach out some colour. Here I go again. Cannot colour and talk at the same time. Now, the longer I leave it pressed on, the more of the fluid comes out, which bleaches the colour out. Well, it actually bleaches it, kind of pushes it through to the blank page underneath, so pushes it sort of through the paper, and it's giving this sort of bleached effect. I need to let that dry for a minute, and then I'm going to highlight it and make it stand out more. And if you do yourself want to learn how to do this technique of raindrops, it's in my book Colorists Special Effects, the Marker Pens edition by me, Helen Elliston. You can find it on Amazon, but I think anyone following this guide, watching it, will know that already. I'm going to let that dry, and then we're going to finish that off. I'm doing a bit of detail. I'm using this sort of medium grey pencil, but do you know, choose a pencil that'll stand out accordingly with whatever colour background that you have. You just want to accentuate some of the detail, but I hope you can see here that pressing that colourless pen does give sort of watery marks anyway. So really I'm just accentuating some of those, and then I will make it pop and highlight it with white paint pen and black paint pen, or I need to brighten up these curtains. So I'm just going to apply some dots all over using paint pens. Just add a bit of shading to the curtain. I'm using pencils. I think what this picture needs is a bit of sparkle excitement. So that's what I'm going to try and bring in. So I might do a bit of varying the colour on these trousers. I was thinking to do a denim, but I've decided I'm going to do denim in another tutorial, probably do it for my next book. So I'm just doing a bit of, I don't know, a bit of pink glow. I'm not happy with this black around this, how dark that black is in that area. I know it seems like a really silly, minute detail, but for some reason it's bugged me. So anyway, I've just sort of softened it down there. Bit more pencil work, a dark green. I want to soften this line. At the moment I'm using a white pencil. I think I need a bit of darkening green just to give these leaves something. I haven't really focused much on this plant. And I still want more shadow behind here, and I'm using a sort of purple mulberry. It's called Mulberry 995 Prismacolor. Bit of dark blue. I'm just doing, do I need to do more on this? I don't know. I can't decide. Using a black pen. More, too much. Less is more is less. More is less is more. I don't know. A bit more shading in the creases of the jumper I think is needed. Just a touch. And then I think I'm nearly there, nearly done with it. What do you think? Would you have done different patterns, different colours? I mean, there's a whole host of world of ways you can colour anything. And it's all about having fun, learning, enjoying the process, enjoying improving, and having satisfaction in what you do. And I forgot I wanted to do some smoke coming out of the coffee cup. So I'm using colour white pencil on the nib, and then I think white paint pen, smudge it up a bit, try and make it a bit more obvious. Blur it up with your finger. That's a really hot cup of coffee.